In this task we're going to learn to play a piece of film music, then analyze it and then write something in the same style. This music is from a film called Amelie and it sounds like this. So let's make sure we understand this bit of theory. This piece is in the key of E minor, and this is the natural E minor scale. And the chords used will follow the scale, just like this. The first chords we have is the E minor starting on the first note of the chord, and the second one is the G major starting on the third note. However, this is not what we do. We play... And this chord here is a G major chord where the notes have been swapped around. A chord where the notes have changed order is called an inversion. And inversions are really useful because they create a better sound. So in an E minor chords the notes are E, G, B. If you instead play them in the order G, E, B, swapping the E from left to right, you have what's called the first inversion. And B, E, G, again putting the first note last, produces the second inversion. If a chord is not inverted, you say that the chord is in root position. So in this song we change chords at the beginning of every bar. We have 4 chords, we have the same pattern, and this pattern is then repeated throughout the whole song. So in this song we have the chords E, G, B minor and D. The second and third chord is inverted. So the E minor is in root position, the G major is in second inversion, the B minor is in first inversion, and the D major is in root position. Now let's make up our own inversions of these same chords. Leave the E minor as it is. So just to give you an example, I will put my E minor in root position. I will then put the G major also in root position. Then I decided to put my B minor in second inversion and my D major in first inversion. So this is my example. I would like you to come up with your own inversions and write them down using bass clef. So the next step after having made up your own inversion is to make up your own pattern. So you come up with a 1-bar pattern by mostly playing around. You can use all the notes at the same time or just one at a time. You can also do repeated notes. This is my suggested pattern. I will then copy over the same pattern for the other chords. Write down your pattern just like I did. These 4 bars will then form your introduction and will be repeated throughout your whole song. So let's look at the ideas used for the melody. In the first 3 bars the rhythm is the same. And then in the first bar the melody starts on the G, which is the third note of the scale, and then in the following bars it starts on the second note of the scale, the F sharp. The melody also uses mostly steps up and down and then a few leaps. So let's apply these ideas to your composition, but I would like you first to come up with a very simple 1-bar rhythm, so a new rhythm. If you can't think of anything, you can ask for help or you can use my rhythm. So this is my rhythm. Rest, So use your new rhythm, start on the third note of the scale, the G, and create a melody using mostly steps up and down. That's my suggestion. For your second bar of melody, use the same rhythm, but come up with a slightly different melody starting on the second note of the scale. And if you make a leap, make sure you jump to a chord note. For your third bar of melody, make something similar to your first bar, however, start on the second note of the scale instead. For your fourth bar of melody, make up a different but very simple rhythm and create a melody using the chord notes for this bar, the D, F sharp, A. So my example looks like this, rest. So notice that even though I use the same chords and start on the same melody notes, it doesn't sound at all the same. So this is my whole piece so far. So finally, I would like you to come up with another 4 bars of melody. Your left hand will keep playing the same thing. I would suggest that you keep to the same principles, but please feel free to be as adventurous as you like. You can also make the song longer. Wish you luck.